Welcome to the first episode of the Let's Talk Business podcast. I'm Marianne and I will be your host for today. I would also like to welcome our two guests, Maude and Audrey. So, girls, today we will talk about the Microsoft software Word. But first, I would like to test your knowledge on that specific software. So I hope you're ready for a quiz.
Of course, let's get this started.
Perfect. So there's only 7 questions.
Okay. All right.
Okay, next. Ooh, Moody is on our way to win. Ooh, different answers.
Haha. Create new files.
Good job.
I'm
Oh,
on the
she's on
street.
fire now.
Okay.
And the last question. Now we will see who's the winner.
Number 3, yeah. Or
Oh, and Moody will win this quiz.
I learned something in 3 years. Okay.
Well, that was a great performance from both of you, girl, even if the questions were not that hard. I think that we can see that the efforts we have put throughout our multiple computer courses are definitely paying off. But on a more serious note, I would like to know what are your thoughts about the Microsoft software Word and how you've used it into your business project.
Well, personally, I think Word is something we can use often. I use, of course, to redact all my text. I wanted to put either on my blog or in my website. I also use it to create an online form because I wanted to learn about, not learn, but know what customer really think about my product and would they be interested in.
Yeah, for myself too, I use it for redaction and general use to write ideas or general documents. And I also use Word for a newsletter that I send to customers with updates, like monthly updates about our products. And I also created an online form for my new recycling project. It's a recycling request for used products that they can send to us.
Oh, nice. Well, I think that we can see that the three of us really use differently that software, but it's really useful for any type of company. Personally, I really enjoyed also working with Word. I've used it in order to collect, analyze, and also communicate data. I've created 2 documents with Word for my company, so I will show you some example. First one is also an online form, as both of you have mentioned. It's a design request for my customers that would like to partner with our team of designers in order to create their own sustainable products, because we produce different type of handbags, wallets, belts, and phone cases that are made out of reused materials. So here, as you can see, they simply have to enter their personal information, so their name, if they have ever bought any of our products, which type of products they would like to customize by selecting them. They can also choose if they would prefer to be contacted by email or by phone. And then they have to enter the date at which they have completed the survey. So I think that the online form is really a versatile tool. As you've mentioned, we've used it for different purposes, the three of us, so it can be really useful for any type of company. The second tool I've used from Word, I've created a memo for the marketing department. This document, I was able to transfer the data I've collected with the online form I've just shown you to them, and then they can assess which type of products would be the most in demand using 3D printing and which type of consumer would prefer using that specific technology. And therefore, they can determine, for example, a new target market for that specific project. And also I've added a table and a chart using some data in Excel, but I think that Audrey will tell us more about that specific software and its features in our next episode. So girl, do you think that Word would have other utilities than the memo and the online form?
Well, of course, as we were saying earlier, Word is there to redact, but it has a really large there's a very large amount of feature that we can use. As we see right there, we could insert reference and create a works cited, for example. We can use it as a mailing purpose and as review purpose. So there are like endless possibilities with Word, I think.
Yeah, I agree with you. And as for myself, as I mentioned earlier, I use it to create newsletter, but also the mail merge feature of Word is really useful to send my newsletter and personalize them to the clients that are the frequent clients that want to receive the newsletter monthly.
Indeed, I think you're both totally right. This software can be useful for any type of other documents than the online form and the memo. But did you know, girls, also that with Word we can create a reference document? Well, you're probably thinking, what's that document? Let me tell you. During the course of your academic studies or professional activities, you may find the need to compose different type of documents or reports that contain many pages. But in order to ensure that this document is organized so that the reader can locate and find efficiently the information in the document, you may use the reference document. And this document can be composed of different user guides, term papers, pamphlets, manuals, and even plans. So girls, I really suggest you take a look at this tool because it will give you the opportunity to create different documents that would be definitely professional and neat for your company. So finally, I think that what we can remember, in fact, from this podcast about Word is that Word is a wonderful tool to create different documents that will help you collect, communicate, and analyze data. This will end the first episode of the Let's Talk podcast for today. I hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you for being with us. It's really appreciated, and stay tuned for our next episode on Excel.